Rodrigo Lopez from the Sacramento Republic. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't thank you enough for coming on at such a weird time right now. And I know you guys have a lot going on. Let me just first off saying, how are you? How are you dealing with these strange times?
It's such unique times. I mean, it's something that we didn't know was going to happen, obviously, and it's just catching us off guard. But me personally, I'm just trying to stay healthy, trying to stay away from society. Just staying with my family, staying at home, and trying to figure out ways to entertain ourselves and get through these tough times. Hopefully, they don't last too long, but I mean, I guess it's all up to us to help.
Yeah, I mean, earlier today I think much like everyone else, we were pretty surprised to learn that here it is the coronavirus impacting Sacramento's soccer team, and looks like your club has been affected by it. Just take us through it. What was it like when you were hearing that you've got someone that you know very well that's now testing positive for coronavirus?
I don't want to get too into details. All I could say is that, our management, our coaching staff, our front office, and UC Davis Health has done a terrific job in dealing with this. I know this player is in good hands. We're all here to support him. We're all here as a family. And we're just trying to get through it, as a team. I know it happened to one player, but we're a team here, we're a family, and we're just trying to figure out ways to get through this, and obviously with UC Davis being on our side, it's just, something that we could continue with and know that it's going to be a positive outcome. So, we're really appreciative of UC Davis.
Yeah, that's well said. I mean, internalize it for us. I mean, here you are. I know you're away from your teammates. You have to keep training going, but you're also a father and a husband. I mean, is it difficult when all of a sudden you find someone that you know really well that's all of a sudden affected by this, and then you have to kind of internalize it and go forward with it?
Yeah, I mean, we're just doing what we've been asked to do from our staff. Since the league was shut down, we have all been on quarantine, and in the first few days we're doing workouts on our own. And I think that's what was best for us as players, as athletes. You have to figure out ways to stay fit and stay ready. And I think everyone held each other accountable. We were all doing our workouts separately. No one was in groups. Everything was done individually. So I think the coaching staff did a good job of controlling that. I know the players are very responsible. We have a group that is, their mind is set, and we know our goals as a team. We know what we came here to do, and I think everyone's done a terrific job dealing with this whole situation. So to answer your question, I mean, I just feel like we just need to follow directions, and obviously UC Davis has been helping us with that. And when it's safe to go out and do our thing, then hopefully that day comes. But as of now, we're doing everything that has been told and asked from UC Davis and the people in charge.
And it wasn't that long ago. I think it was just last week. We saw you coming up with great ideas to try to combat boredom, and to help people here in the community. I think the first thing that leapt off the page to me was when we saw what you were going to do for seniors and trying to help some seniors who couldn't go and shop on their own. What was the feedback that you heard from that? And are there opportunities you've been able to target going forward and maybe being able to help some folks out there?
No, look, I mean, I was open to anything, and luckily, we live in a community in a city that is so united, that is so eager to help each other, and I think that speaks a lot for Sacramento. And I did it because I was out shopping at at Costco one day, and obviously there's a lot of things that were missing, and people couldn't get to, and I saw some elderly people struggling to get things. So I helped this lady just real quick with some tissues and some things that she needed, and then I went home, and a couple hours later, my wife showed me an article or a post on Instagram that a lot of elderly people were older people were struggling. So I don't know. I just decided to post it and help in any way possible. I know my teammates would have done the same thing, and I know they were up for it as well. But I owe a lot to the city, to this community, and I'm always willing to help.
That's awesome. And I know, I just talked to Eric Armstead yesterday for the same way. And I know this clever idea he had to kind of keep restaurants afloat and to encourage people to still go out and, take care of those local restaurants. And I know you're right there along with him and participating in the same campaign. Can you just kind of maybe talk about why you chose to be a part of that and maybe what kind of feedback you've seen from it? And are people all of a sudden sending you pictures of their food all the time?
Yeah, no. I mean, I've gotten a few, not as many as Eric. He's quite a celebrity around town, and obviously around the whole nation. He's done a terrific job with the Niners, and obviously I'm teaming up with him and Sac United, United Sac. In order to support these local businesses, and in order for them to keep helping the community as well, because it's just a way to help each other. Obviously the community will benefit from it, and these local businesses will as well. So any way that we could help. I know a lot of people respect them in the community, and with my name and being a public figure or a player for Sac Republic, I think it's just an easier way to be able to help.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I know him. I've known him since he was 13 years old, and I covered the team for you when you were back when your first stint with the Republic. So I got to ask you the same question that he gets from me all the time. Where are the spots you like to eat within Sacramento? I know I put you on the spot there, but can you think of a few?
Well, I mean, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've eaten out. But I mean, these are just places. I'm gonna name some places that I remember from when I was here 4 years ago. I'm sure there's a lot more places now, but I have three that are my go-tos. Obviously, Makuni Sushi with taro, can never fail. Zocalo's, obviously a great place to eat, and there's another place, Las Islitas, that is owned by a good friend of mine and his family. So I love seafood, and they make the best ceviches and all that stuff. So I'm always there, and those are the three places that you could say are go-tos.
Yeah, those aren't bad. Well, the good news is too, you're about to get a lot more of people recommending places for you to check out.
I agree. I can't wait to try all these places, man.
One of the things I thought was kind of fun too, in just following you social media, I know you had Q&As during this time on the Republic on their social media, their Instagram account. But, like I mentioned before, you're a dad and you've got to keep some little ones active during this time. And you've come up with a kind of a cool way to keep stay-at-home challenge and kind of keep them involved. Is that a difficult thing to do, to keep some young ones active and also entertained so they don't succumb to boredom a little bit?
I mean, he's actually sneaking in the room right now. He's trying to listen to everything I'm saying and trying to sneak into the dark. But yeah, it's been tough. But my house looks honestly, it looks like an obstacle course, like a soccer obstacle course. There's just cones everywhere. There's goals. There's balls. There's hurdles. There's just everything in here. But yeah, I mean, my son is into soccer, and he's always asking to train and do all these things. So we try to find things for him to do. We do my wife is good with the homeschooling and keeping him on track with that. And obviously, on the other hand, I'm the athlete, so I have to keep him moving somehow. So we do a lot of little soccer games and little drills in the house, I have to do my workout right now, actually. So I think he'll join me as well. He joins me in the workouts, and he's a pretty guy that pretty good kid about that. He loves to be active.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I know, it's got to be a unique circumstance to try to do things from home, but it's wonderful that you're able to keep up with it too. I wanted to move over real quick. I mean, like I said, I remember when you were here at the Republic the first time, everything was so new then, and here you are, you're back, and they already know MLS is in the future, and it's a different kind of feel around town now. But the excitement is still there. What's it like for you? I know, opening night, I was there. It was still a really great atmosphere, despite being cold and kind of rainy out there. But what's it like for you, kind of being back in Sacramento and interacting with all these people again?
It's special. It brings really good memories. I've said it a lot of times, but I don't think the fans know what Sacramento really means to me, and I'm saying this because I was close to retirement. So I mean, and I'm not talking about now. I was talking about 7 years ago before I came to Sacramento. I was really close to just giving soccer up, and it was just things weren't going my way at times. At times I thought it was a little unfair, and being a Mexican athlete in the MLS back in those days was pretty tough to get into. So I think Sacramento gave me a second chance in this career as a professional athlete, and I took advantage of it, but it would have never happened if it wasn't for Sacramento. So I have a lot of love for the city, for Sac Republic FC, for the ownerships, for the past ownerships, and now Kevin Nagel, who's given me the opportunity to come back now. The general manager, Ben, Todd, and obviously the coaching staff that allowed me to come back. So I'm just grateful to be here. I'm really happy. I was so excited for season to start, and I had an injury during preseason, which I didn't know if I was going to be able to play on that night, but coach made it happen. We made it happen. Obviously, we have a great trainer, who's Betty Olmedo, who's new as well. So she helped me get through this, and Katie from Results. So it was a special night. It was a special night, and honestly, I was just so bummed that season was suspended, and with all the hype of the team and the way the boys have been training and the preseason we had, and I think we're obviously hoping for season to come soon, but I think we're going to be contenders. So if you're listening, or if you're a Sac Republic fan, I think you're in for a good year. Hopefully we get playing soon again, but when that time comes, I think the fans are going to be really pleased with what they see on the pitch.
What was kind of the thing that stood out to you most about this squad that you're around this year? And as you mentioned just a minute ago, I mean, I know there's a lot of unknown, but assuming that the season is to continue, how do you think competition-wise you can stack up against what you see throughout the USL?
Well, it's a good mixture. We have some good veteran leaders in Dekel, a guy who's played on his national team many times. Obviously, we have Cam, who's back, our leading scorer. And, guys coming in like Carlton Belmar, who has been in the league. And, I don't want to miss players, but we have youth coming in, Hayden. We have Mario, Juju, our goalkeeper, Diego. So we have a good solid core, and obviously these young kids coming in, they've done a fairly well job with the academy. So now, you put a mixture of veterans and youth, and mix in a lot of players that have been in the league and know the system. I think it's special, and obviously having a coach like Mark come in and take over the ship. I mean, he's done a phenomenal job, and honestly, I don't think they could have picked someone else, someone better for the job. So now it's just a matter of playing games. Honestly, it's just a matter of playing games. Opening night was I don't think we had a fair result, but at the same time, this league is getting a lot more competitive. It's getting better every year. So, we know what we're going to face this year in order to get to the championship and get to where we want to be at the end of the year.
Right on. That sounds good. Well, as we wrap up here, I do have to check in because we all are cooped up at home, and there's got to be, like you said, you had 2 kids, you got the wife. Is there something that you take out of this time for yourself? Is there video games, movies, series that you can recommend? Anything that's keeping you active at this time?
I've been watching a lot of Netflix, Amazon. I was just watching the Brazilian national team, All or Nothing, which was it's like a documentary of them winning the previous Copa America. What else have I been watching? I don't know. I've been watching a lot of just stuff with my son, I guess, like movies for him, and I wake up in the morning and I take the little one, the baby, downstairs, and I put baby music on with the videos. So it's just a mixture of everything. I know. It's just repetitive, I guess, but it's things that have to be done around the house. And video games, yeah, I'll play with my son Roman once in a while, but we're trying to cut that down. So, I don't want to be the parent who's always playing video games and these kids are just running around, So, what else? I've been trying to work out a lot, whether it's in the house, and before it was kind of just going on runs by myself, but with this whole situation that's going on right now, I think it's best to just stay home and be with the family.
Yeah, I thought you were going to recommend Tiger King because that's what everyone keeps telling me is Tiger King's the one to do right now.
No. We have a group chat, so all the guys are so into it, and I have to start it. But like I said, I can't start it because I always have Roman running up and down the stairs, and he's always looking, and I just don't want him to see those things. So I'm going to have to find time. I'll find time.
It's just good to know that there's someone else out there who hasn't seen it like myself. I haven't started it yet, and I get all kinds of grief for it.
Yeah. Everyone's telling me I'm a little late, but they have to understand.
For sure. Perfect world scenario. Are you guys? You mentioned the group chat. Is there anything you guys are doing to try to stay active among each other? Do you guys check in with each other? Can you see any light at the end of the tunnel for fans out there just itching to see this thing end?
I think it just depends on us, It depends on us as a nation, as a country to do our part, If we're being asked to stay home, then just stay home. And I know it's harder than, it's harder said than done, but at the end of the day, if we want to get out and if we want to continue with our normal lives, I think we just have to listen to what is being asked for. And as a team, we have little challenges here and there. Every day a new player comes up with a challenge, so we have to do a video of this challenge. It's always with the ball, obviously, so maybe like juggling, stuff like that. So that kind of keeps us entertained and on our feet and communicating with each other. We're a close team, so I think that's important for us. I think in 2014 when we won it, we had a really close bond with each other, and we were really like brothers. So I think this year, we're heading towards the same path, and we're starting the right way. So these tough times will when we're celebrating and hopefully lifting a trophy, we'll remember these times, and we're gonna be like, man, we went through so much, and these are the times where you really cherish these moments, So I think everyone's being accountable for themselves, and they're being good pros. So I'm just ready. We're all ready to get back out there whenever it's safe for us to do so.
Who talks the most mess on that group chat?
It might be me.
Come on.
But I'll tell you why. No. I'm going to tell you why. Being in Mexico for 4 years, I don't think people understand. Like, I came back and, I'll mess around here and there, and, they don't take it the same way as they do over there. Like, in Mexico, it's just like, you got to take it. You got to be able to handle it, and you got to be mentally tough. But here, it's a little different. Like, I think you can't be saying some things or messing around with some people. So now I kind of have to, like, get it through my head, who can I joke around with, who can I not, So it's part of the process. It's part of the process. I'm enjoying it. As a veteran now and as a leader, I think I'm trying to do things as well to, like, keep these guys motivated and keep my teammates, I don't know, just happy in whatever way I can. So, we're all in it together, like I said, and we're all just waiting. We're all waiting, and hopefully we could get through these tough times soon.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good to know that they're not trying to treat you like the new guy, even though you've been gone a little bit. You're not the rookie, so.
They kind of were. They kind of were a little bit, but no, I don't know. These guys are really respectful. I mean, I played against a lot of them, and I've known a lot of them, and I've been in Mexico, but I haven't lost track of Sacramento Republic or the league. So I know a lot of them, and a lot of them kind of like looked at me like, do you know me? Like I'm like, yeah, I do. I know how you play. I've seen you play. So, and I'm really hard on the young guys too, but it's like that tough brother, the older brother that I never had. But I've talked to them and they know that, I only mean good for them, and I'm trying to help them. And if I'm ever hard on them, it's because I care. And if I don't say anything, then obviously I wouldn't care about them. But I see so much future that I just don't want them, their talent to go to waste. So I think they all know what I'm about.
Yeah, well, if not, they're learning really quickly. That's for sure. I really thank you for coming on with me to do this. I mean, I know it's not the most ideal situation or setup, but hopefully we'll be able to do this in person sometime soon, and we'll get back to seeing you back on the field really quickly.
That'd be great. I'd love to do it sometime, in person, and whenever that time comes, just feel free to reach out to me.
You got it. Appreciate you, Rodrigo. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you guys. Take care. Stay safe. Wash your hands.